the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Now, the World Bank chirima omo final caution at the the government of Ghana. World Bank chirimu say omo caution Bank of Ghana, that is the last caution, to desist from large-scale foreign exchange interventions. Yeah, according to the World Bank, omo friend of artificial interventions, warning that such actions risk distorting the market and undermining the country's economic resilience. According to the World Bank, this is the second and final time they are cautioning the Bank of Ghana to desist from its artificial interventions in the foreign exchange market. In the World Bank's latest survey on Ghana's economic update released in Accra on Thursday, the 14th of August 2025, the bank stressed that Ghana's exchange rate policy must give market forces a great role in determining currency movement, but not the artificial interventions engaged by the Bank of Ghana. And I quote, "Forex interventions by the Bank of Ghana should be managed carefully to avoid distortions in the currency market and allow for a more flexible exchange rate regime," the report said. While acknowledging the central bank's effort to stabilize the cedi and strengthen reserves, the World Bank maintained that over-reliance on forex market interventions, into brackets, artificial interventions, could backfire by creating artificial stability that is unsustainable in the long term, and what Ghana is experiencing now. Into the World Bank chirema waiting in preto sumienua omo air caution Bank of Ghana say omo artificial stability ya omo create ya ne yama cedi no stabilize against the dollar, but according to World Bank artificial stability because you're pumping in more forex no. World Bank chirema unsustainable de to sumienu create ade omo friend no artificial market forces. Yeah, and to mean determine yen currency movement. Enunti and a gold board rate omo manko. Bank of Ghana rate omo manko. The port rate omo de manko. Forest bureaus rate omo de manko. And one na World Bank can why. The World Bank report also pressed for urgent reforms in the banking sector, calling for the swift recapitalization of all financial institutions in line with the financial sector strengthening strategy. Completing the recapitalization of all financial institutions in line with the FSSS will enhance the financial health of the banking sector, it said. A central recommendation is the need for a comprehensive asset quality review to tackle Ghana's high levels of non-performing loans. According to the World Bank, these measures are essential to rebuilding trust in the financial sector and supporting broader economic recovery. These measures will rebuild confidence and position the banking sector to better support Ghana's recovery. The World Bank's caution on forex interventions, into bracket artificial intervention, reflects concerns that while currency stabilization is important, the long-term health of the economy depends on deeper structural reforms, particularly in the financial sector, to improve resilience against external shocks. Ghana's economy, this is according to the World Bank, Ghana's economy grew by 5.7% in 2024, maintaining strong momentum into the first quarter of 2025 with a growth rate of 5.3%. according to the World Bank's 9th economic update for Ghana titled Addressing Labor Market Challenges and Opportunities in Ghana's Economic Landscape. The report credits Ghana's progress in economic growth to 1. Ghana's debt restructuring program. 2. Ghana's gold purchasing program. 3. Ghana's robust trade performance for boosting forex reserves. However, the World Bank cautions that fiscal challenges in 2024 reversed earlier stabilization gains, underscoring the urgent need for structural reforms to strengthen fiscal discipline and macroeconomic stability, but not artificial interventions in the forex programs. Growth, that is Ghana's growth, is projected to slow down to 3.9% by the end of 2025 as fiscal adjustments dampen domestic demand. Inflation remains above target and high interest rates persist, which is not equivalent to the kind of achievement Ghana is getting from our forex stability. The World Bank warns that delays in debt restructuring, inflationary pressures, exchange rate volatility as a result of artificial exchange rate interventions, and climate-related agricultural losses could threaten Ghana's economic stability. Ghana's success will depend on maintaining reform, momentum, and steadfast implementation, said Robert Talisu, World Bank Division Director for Ghana, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. Energy sector reform, private sector participation, and improved management of public finances are critical for long-term growth. This World Bank update also examines Ghana's labor market, projecting significant growth in the working age population over the next decade. While this presents opportunities, the report stresses the need for a comprehensive job creation strategy, particularly targeting youth employment, skills development, and structural transformation. To stimulate private sector-led growth and employment, the World Bank recommends 1. Building physical and human capital through infrastructure investment and skills training, as what the previous government started, including NEIP, the Kayaye training program, and other skills training programs. 2. Improving the business environment by addressing regulatory bottlenecks and expanding access to finance. 3. Mobilizing private capital for high potential sectors such as manufacturing, textiles, electronics, and chemicals. The World Bank urges Ghana to balance short-term stabilization with long-term reforms to ensure sustainable economic transformation, stronger job markets, and resilience to external shocks. Enti World Bank, brofo beba me kanya World Bank ene sade warning and a caution SM my Ghana say sa artificial intervention Bank of Ghana ye ntie nei ye sidi no any dollar no exchange rate no stabilize no say yampe long term solutions we yenye sustainable because you hunu say ye sidi to dollar no stabilize but necessary e wo man yi mu import duty still ye wasoro still any ma bo wasoro eno asem na World Bank ka say ye pay say ye to be maintaining some momentum ya we need long term solutions for economic stability. Until almost the second and final question, and almost the Bank of Ghana say the artificial interventions they are becoming too much. And on we are no more listed at the Kodientia Ghana in 2024. You to me achieve growth rate of 5.7%. Omo can debt restructuring program. Omo can gold purchasing program. And omo can boosting of forest reserves. And omo chile mo say, omo had the trend that kwa. Ye growth for ye nyan of 2024 ye 5.7. World Bank we say growth for no so betia the about 3.9. And no so omo church at the Kodientia. His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo eja woman at a growth of 5.7%. Na emomuno the NDC have inherited this growth. That growth no eso ate di about 5.3. Yeah, eso betia di about 3.9 at the end of 2025.
No food and I'm the accreditation no for cost one accreditation no cost. Also nyasa kasa no for waka no. Ntimo bia nkasa ntia bia. What? Wama we betray about fita na wo no. Na America no. God see me fufu ni about fufu di ya say. En fank kasa ti say dia wa dwene nyema. We pani na wo party mu na pese party ne ba ban mu dia. Yen kasa basa say. Be so ko tena TV so na wo kan se mu say. So Obama said that Obia be dia ya we yire ne bo wachi dom en na ye yi. Okay, na woni years way. Wow. Ghana woni years way. Oh, lawyer ni ana. Ni me na lawyer. Ghana constitution na constitution no. Obe president e mi sa oyiro. Ni enhwe say requirement e dey president no. E yire no mo ka ho ana. E mi sa oyiro. Omunya sa de no. Osi mo ya sa pa. Obe hye mabu na bufuo no maka say akola bi aka say tia o. Say omo no. Wama ya days, weeks, months. Dr. Bamia can't respond to anti omun so many free day. But this time round, we shall say can't kwasasema, man for so dey kwasasem bi shiamu. Asuma ya penina se wan fa nyansa anya adwuma. Now kasate sa kwada abodam ni a. Akwada abodam ni so be yiwa no. The catch the man mati ase. Enya fe. Enya nyansa kakra. Look, moya sa wo ho. Sa ne ma wo kaka say ya. Look, gogon. Me ya. Enti na biribi be ka say eye me yase zongufo ene nordness antoaba said ye so muto amaba omia na ye omunti enene asoma kiremenom eye ba omia sei eye omuntia zongufo eye munti ene nkremofo Ghana eye munti enene asoma kiremenom anya ano no mo ye ba omia saa si enya first nordna first nordna leader of MPP first zongo leader omaimu ebi si da party bi aniwa why you zongo ni so many party n'animu na MPP eji zongo ni eyi pepe ni eyi kremoni na mokotum ko yesa eyi Malik Basintelu machi seba omiari preko wonom nsa wokwa asore dodo oyese na mokoto abaditi aba omia ohun se ne asoma kireme ka chem se fulani fo munyi nipa ohun se ne asoma kireme ka chem se fulani fo munyi nipa etimo munye nipa fulani fo munye Ghana fo munye nipa ochina oba be ka chere mo se wo ye tani so munye nipa ntima people fo nto aba fama so mentality hold it table what I say enya onwa ada be say no what na that mentality we declare war obi so what so we declare war tribe obi so because Bible say Satan no anka say tinye ne ho say hanbofo entina tidifo ye bia enya nwanwa enipa no mudi na ti no ni suni ni ban no mu nyina afa eno mo di atem eno mo kantro omo di atro eno mo bokutia kekan saa suman no eno mo nyina afa anya nwanwa woni adi ba mo ya tie mo hwe mo kasa mo afo mo so master suman ana tie that's it obiedum say it wasn't in good condition yeah yen ni me mafubida yen say it wasn't in good condition no me say mo rasa be ko takwade e bai juja pictures na say that because her pictures na me play a video so na her sound that what a yinimu say hey we dey nika pa that is it oh obi enu say that it wasn't the best niabe the say yen na kai hu bom na ye do baby a converging point to say as your mind this is what is necessary we dey hear yen ti yenye na yen fan ko enimu abrabo mu a o say yen na to partisan politics eto twene ene abey the MPP ni bi betu aka say yen mo to play ebi omo di omo si ye kwan yo eno na ya no me kai pose na se na ka mo to wium sen ship bi so ama navy fo eno so mo blockade sabe no kuje to abla kwa se presidential jet no kra no is in a good state.
Yes.
Nti mampani tu no nam wiem.
Yes.
Na engine ba ko stop ya. O se enye hwe because engine ye miensa. Wow. And now you be saying say near CNT or dream CM to play a front. Also you fama aviation for. To say the onya aviation is your onya expert. Oh, we just anwa. Umma ti memfo man di pa wo man ni mo no. Wo mu hwe any gidi omo politicians wo ekofam. Well, and now kasaniye. Or chira kasaniye. And then you say social media no, it doesn't forget. The internet doesn't forget. Did they make a bia no? We are dear datching your boy last week. You buy, you know, it can send be yes, because say and Crophobi bomb Sano say, we buy ye, and can was be full than can come so. And I'm a cat was say, name one was in Cropho a casasam because we are the G ubi woo, and the man will be full. Nasa San and Cropho Cadia, and now my four was here. Yes, because I did be obey yeno, and the bemo be I wish to say, no, I think sir, as one crack can say obinum ne wu ya. That's it. And can nipa ensu said you must nipa no wu. That is it. Because yeah, it ye hwe hu ye. Ye tiasi. Say the beya owo de the hobo bi ya. E ba dance ye be ne be dia. And honorable as one kind no one yan from so chere. That's what nipa ewu ye no. Omo ye nwotwe. Yes. Ensuhwe mu pa ba akudi ne ebo. That is it. Ne abo ba akwa ka. That is it. Ya bo a bia nipa no miensa. That is it. And the first thing you would din ne ebo. That's it. It is any nipa no tiase no. E de na oyoye. Meti ye me kan na maka muniru. Obia na nipa nyina na ebo muniru because jambo obia ne nim no. Ba ye nim no a ye ne ye adwuma de. Yeso ye nipa na meka. Say o ma ba mu kan na nim so ye ndisi nim. Enso o tiru aji ya be Northern Regional Minister. Esamba be agriculture minister because on mama politics no and senata de ohun wa ohun ze ni nua no internet so kwa sebi wo de ono etutu obi a what the politics edura no hu nyina bibia politics a baka se ko no mu no nko nya we na che se yem politicians no yem fantuye hufo na yem mo braye se ne be adachi bi ye kwa ye kira sem no ye baka ne sei I see and Crawford came last week by the common and Crawford so and the Tamale Central MPP for Monsign Aquatia NDC Monsign now you need to know Emra. A man is a saying Katias in the pain so Mudo Aquatia, Mosumuja Tamale Noa, a Mudo Massive. And what you know this week ya two radio stations bear and what you say and so ye dear me in Saka home. Yasache MPP for me and San achi wuntumi ye president about so account. The microphone shall say bisase and the unity no any odo no ane yi na wo kan no e wo hefa bra brechi abo man nipa no kura no yen kura o mati kura na ye yen hyehyei obi anim se sabre no se eyi si efia se eyi bi esi efie mu a yen kontokwa yen twimanso na bi asem bia ye de twere ho ekopum se anya hweye ni be si awi that is it so nipa no yen hyehyei nwie no ye only see amanfo edigumu oya sanu a na amanfo ye bisa se ijesu na musu se monkofo ewunti yemmo amo na ye nyina mfanka bomu nye no ekoko di jo anasa de yi so ho iti ye nyanu mo no omo ya aise gidi a wo se nya omumu no na ekofom to de bia na edi so betimi age ye nyanu mo ndisi fo edi e sign nyeme bia ya omo ye nti wow. I was afraid I do a video to us here. How you went to me radio 95.9 movement television. So, radio no put the set make us. Ya tum make us and focus on what do come say. It to me a be their mind. But live on Facebook, you live on YouTube. Okwa like no same. The Honorable Alexander Kwesiakwa, MP for Oda and former Minister Health, and no AD and come on. Honorable Macho. Also radio station no will be. Macho, I say, NPP party no, and me now me ko see the hobby. Now me share NPP penifo ane wo John Boadu nom, Bafo Wua, Salam Mustafa nom. Now me hear say na CID phone police for 8 treaty o motia tiom ne ade a. Na na me yan say, "Hey, power pa ni kura NPP." Na
mato atwene na na ye musei but upon second thought na bisa me ho say entino ne ekoso nyina no there are some elements within the MPP they don't see the need to unite and fight for the ultimate
na politics no interest wo we ya interest
okay
also my mu de but interest
individual
no aha intino because enfan say do obadwuma ye me ma politics say me ba be bibi nanso me bo makonya mete so no ho ban because nyonyam shekese say oda mind kakaka nyina no woni yayi wo say be si o manan mu wo ma say bedwam it me interest ne say anya no mintimi nya bibi na me so me nya din bi ekopom say be ka say okay nya hwe say me simi aye bibi tin bi ja konya no intino wo ye den ya aprapre beba once obi a won interest in the aprapre beba ba aprapre no aprapre mu no e na wo so wu say enye sabri na ebebo nkonti ba enye sabri e na ye be ye niam bi a ebe ma obi ehu say mukra mu nya ready say e di power ba be so mu nsa ewo say hwe elections ene na analysis a ye the last elections na me no me wa hotoso say 2028 no it is for us to win
okay
what they say 2028 no ye dia say e be win fi ni wono ma o say timi
MPP coin
in 2028 ya ka ne say ye betimi ehu no say the end the thought show intina yentimi win elections na my analysis bi a enche e be pie analysis no kire say nipa over 2.something million na Antwaba MPP4
by 2.1 na Antwaba
because you compare your votes a nya ye 2020 and the compare we no emu kakra bi by 100 and something per na if enough okay jaka nyina no if south
okay